Deep within the emerald embrace of this ancient forest lies a sleeping giant, patiently waiting for the skilled hands of forgotten iron. After days of searching through unforgiving terrain, we finally catch our first glimpse of the legendary machine we came to save. Here lies the UH-60 Blackhawk, a former king of the skies, now surrendered to the relentless forces of nature and time. The once proud insignia is barely visible beneath layers of decay, telling a silent story of neglect that spans several decades. Our team immediately begins the initial assessment, identifying structural weaknesses that could make the extraction process dangerous and extremely. Looking inside the cockpit, we realize that the interior has become a sanctuary for wildlife, requiring careful cleaning before we proceed. Bringing heavy machinery into this dense jungle proves to be a logistical nightmare, testing the limits of our transport equipment capability. We secure the heavy-duty cables to the main structural points, ensuring the frame does not snap under the immense pressure of lifting. With a groan of straining metal, the Blackhawk finally breaks free from the mud that has held it captive for years. The first step is a thorough pressure wash to remove tons of hardened mud, revealing the extent of the corrosion underneath. Years of organic growth are stripped away in seconds, allowing light to enter the cabin for the first time in a generation. The side doors are seized shut by rust, requiring brute force mixed with careful precision to open them without damaging the frame. We remove the massive rotor blades one by one, clearing the way to access the complex engine and transmission systems located above. Stripping the outer panels reveals a labyrinth of hydraulic lines and electrical wiring that will all need to be tested or replaced. The pilot seats are removed for reupholstery, as the original materials have completely disintegrated after years of exposure to the harsh elements. Extracting the instrument panel is a delicate operation, as we hope to salvage and restore as many original gauges as possible. The heart of the beast, the twin turboshaft engines, are pulled out for a complete overhaul to ensure they can run again. We separate the tail boom from the main fuselage to address significant corrosion found at the connection points of the airframe. With the helicopter now stripped down to its bare bones, we can clearly see the magnitude of the restoration work ahead. We begin the aggressive sandblasting process, blasting away layers of rust and old paint to expose the raw metal surface underneath. Every nook and cranny must be meticulously cleaned to ensure that the new protective coating will adhere properly to the airframe. The transformation is already striking, as the corroded brown shell gives way to a clean, industrial gray canvas ready for repair. Skilled welders carefully patch the structural holes caused by rust, restoring the integrity of the airframe with precise, high-quality welds. Once welded, the surfaces are ground down until smooth, making the repairs invisible to the naked eye once paint is applied. A coat of zinc chromate primer is applied, providing a crucial barrier against future corrosion and creating a base for the paint. Attention now shifts to the engines, where we disassemble hundreds of intricate components to inspect them for wear and potential failure. Each compressor blade is meticulously cleaned by hand to remove carbon deposits that could affect the engine's performance and balance. We measure the main shafts with extreme precision, as even a microscopic deviation could cause catastrophic failure at high rotational speeds. Old brittle seals and worn bearings are swapped out for brand new components to ensure the engine runs smoothly and leak-free. Reassembly of the turbine requires strict adherence to torque specifications, ensuring every bolt is tightened to the exact factory standard. The engine now looks factory fresh, a mechanical masterpiece ready to once again breathe life into our sleeping iron giant. We fabricate new hydraulic lines from stainless steel, replacing the corroded plumbing that powers the flight controls and landing gear systems. The landing gear struts are rebuilt with new fluids and seals, ensuring they can once again support the helicopter's massive weight. New plexiglass is cut and polished for the cockpit windows, restoring the pilot's visibility, which is critical for safe operation. The delicate work of restoring the instrument cluster involves hand-painting the faded dials to make them readable and authentic again. We upgrade the instrument backlighting, testing the electrical connections to ensure every gauge is illuminated clearly for nighttime operations. In the upholstery shop, we stitch high-quality, durable leather to recreate the pilot seats, combining comfort with rugged military durability. The iconic olive drab paint is applied in even layers, instantly returning the Blackhawk to its recognizable military appearance. We carefully add the black camouflage patterns, following the original military schematics to ensure historical accuracy in the visual design. Infrared lamps are used to cure the paint, ensuring a hard, protective finish that can withstand the harshest of environments. Safety markings and warning labels are freshly stenciled onto the hull, adding the final, detailed touches to the exterior restoration. The complex nervous system of the helicopter is reinstalled, with thousands of feet of wiring routed carefully through the airframe. Soundproofing and thermal insulation materials are installed to protect the crew and sensitive electronics from the engine's heat and noise. New anti-slip flooring is installed in the cargo bay, providing a safe and durable service for future passengers or equipment. The fully restored instrument panel returns to the cockpit, transforming the empty shell back into a functional command center. We meticulously connect the wiring harnesses to the dashboard, double-checking every circuit to prevent any electrical shorts during power-up. The flight controls, including the cyclic stick and rudder pedals, are installed and calibrated for smooth, precise movement. The renovated pilot seats are finally installed, offering a comfortable and professional vantage point for operating this complex machine. Crystal clear glass is sealed into the frames, completing the cockpit enclosure and making the helicopter weather-tight once again. The heavy lifting continues as we carefully lower the rebuilt engines into their mounts, aligning them perfectly with the transmission. We connect the high-speed drive shafts to the main transmission, forming a critical link that transfers power to the rotors. The exhaust systems are mounted to direct hot gases away from the fuselage, completing the external engine assembly process. The tail boom is reunited with the main fuselage, restoring the helicopter's full length and iconic silhouette in the workshop. Inside the tail boom, we connect the segmented drive shaft that will power the tail rotor, ensuring it is perfectly balanced. The tail gearbox and rotor blades are installed, critical components for counteracting torque and providing directional control during flight. Fresh identification numbers are painted on the tail, giving the aircraft back its unique identity and honoring its service history. The heavy-duty landing gear is attached, allowing the Black Hawk to finally stand on its own feet for the first time. We check the tire pressure and bleed the brake system, ensuring the helicopter can maneuver safely on the ground. The complex main rotor hub is lowered onto the mast, the central point where all the lifting force will be generated. 4 massive rotor blades are secured to the hub, completing the aerodynamic profile of this impressive rotary wing machine. Precise laser balancing is performed on the rotors to prevent dangerous vibrations that could shake the aircraft apart in flight. Even small details like the windshield wipers are installed and tested, ensuring the pilot has clear vision in all weather conditions. External lighting, including the powerful searchlight and navigation strobes, is mounted to prepare the aircraft for night operations. A final comprehensive electrical check is conducted to verify that every circuit, switch, and sensor is communicating correctly. Vital fluids are replenished as we fill the hydraulic reservoirs and fuel tanks, preparing the systems for their first startup. We leave our mark with a small decal, a signature of the passion and dedication poured into this restoration project. The hangar doors open, and the fully restored Black Hawk is towed out into the sunlight, gleaming with renewed pride. Under the bright sun, the transformation is undeniable. The rusting hulk we found in the jungle is now a masterpiece. Every detail, from the rotor hub to the landing gear, reflects the thousands of hours of skilled labor invested here. The pilot climbs aboard, strapping into the seat that was once a room, ready to awaken the machine from slumber. Flipping the ignition switches, the electrical systems hum to life, and the dashboard lights up like a Christmas tree. The starter engages with a high-pitched whine, and the needles on the gauges begin to climb as pressure builds up. Slowly at first, the massive rotor blades begin to turn, slicing through the air with increasing speed and momentum. The engines catch with a thunderous roar, blowing out the cobwebs and settling into a powerful, steady, idle rhythm. The downwash from the rotors creates a storm around the aircraft, proving that the power of the Black Hawk has returned. Inside, the pilot performs final control checks, verifying that the machine responds instantly to every command input. With a gentle pull on the collective, the wheels leave the ground, and the Black Hawk hovers steadily in the air. It is a magical moment, seeing tons of steel defy gravity, supported only by the physics of flight and our restoration. The pilot tests the tail rotor authority, spinning the aircraft on its axis with precision and complete control. Nosing forward, the helicopter transitions from a hover to forward flight, gaining speed and altitude with effortless grace. Soaring above the fields, the Black Hawk looks majestic, a far cry from the rusted wreck we dragged from the jungle. From the cockpit, the view is breathtaking, a reward for the months of sweat, grit, and determination from the team. The aircraft handles beautifully, responding to the pilot's inputs with the agility and power that made this model legendary. The rhythmic thumping of the rotors is the heartbeat of this machine, a sound that signifies strength and reliability. Flying low and fast, the restored engine performs flawlessly, delivering consistent power without skipping a single beat. As we head back to base, we reflect on the incredible journey this airframe has taken to get back here. The landing is soft and controlled, marking the successful completion of the first test flight after restoration. As the turbines spin down and silence returns, the magnitude of what we have accomplished begins to sink in. Comparing the rusted nose buried in mud to this pristine machine, it is hard to believe they are the same aircraft. The cockpit has gone from a wildlife habitat to a state-of-the-art command center, fully functional and ready for duty. The engine transformation highlights the precision engineering required to bring dead mechanical components back to life. This achievement belongs to every member of the Forgotten Iron team who poured their skill and passion into this project. There is a special bond between the mechanic and the machine, a connection forged through oil, sweat, and long hours. As the sun sets on this long journey, the Black Hawk stands ready to face a new chapter in its history. The golden light accentuates the curves and lines of the aircraft, reminding us why we love saving these mechanical marvels. We tuck the bird away for the night, knowing that it is no longer forgotten, but cherished and preserved. The hangar doors close on a job well done, but there are always more machines out there waiting to be found. This restoration is complete, adding another saved piece of history to the growing collection of forgotten iron. We want to extend a massive thank you to our dedicated crew, whose expertise made this impossible task a reality. If you enjoyed watching this transformation, please hit that like button and subscribe to see what we restore next. Check out our other videos to see more incredible rescues of vintage machinery from around the world. Your support keeps this channel alive and allows us to save more history from being lost to the elements. We leave you with the sweet sound of the Black Hawk, a symphony of engineering that we are proud to conduct. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Keep your eyes open, because you never know what you might find. Until next time, keep exploring, keep restoring, and never let the past rust away into oblivion. This has been a Forgotten Iron production. We will see you in the next video with another heavy metal challenge.